Salutations, guys. Today I wanted to talk to you about some things that may occur during a wax session that some waxees consider to be a little bit embarrassing, but in reality, it's okay because you know what? It happens. Anywho, let's get into pinpoint bleeding. Now, some of you are looking at me like, gorgeous, what exactly is that? Pinpoint bleeding is basically once your waxer pulls the strip from your skin, sometimes there are little specks of blood left behind. This is absolutely normal, and there is no reason to be embarrassed. The reason being is because it's something you can't help. Number one, never be embarrassed of something that you have no control over. But it happens because there are blood vessels underneath the root of the hair. And a lot of times when those roots are pulled out, they pop the vessel, therefore causing pinpoint bleeding. Pinpoint bleeding typically takes place in those who have never been waxed before, if you haven't come in a really long time, or if you shave, trim, or use epilation creams. That's pinpoint bleeding. You should not be embarrassed. Why? Because it happens. Jeez. Oh, she's annoying. The next thing that can potentially happen while obtaining a wax during a wax session is sweating. Now, look, I sweat too. I'm gonna just put it out there. So basically, pretty much, I'm gonna say about 95% of those that get waxed, and I'm talking about veterans and all, sweat. And a lot of you tend to be embarrassed by the sweat. Don't. Your waxer does not care about the fact that you leave sweat on the bed. Guess why? Because we're going to sanitize, at least good waxers are going to sanitize after each and every client. But sweating happens during a wax session because your adrenaline rushes. When your body's adrenaline begins to flow and to move and to rush and to run and to do all the things that it does during a wax, it makes you sweat. So don't be embarrassed. It's cool. We're not tripping. And the reason why we're not tripping as waxers is because, look, it happens. And last but not least, I'm looking for crazy. Anyway, and last but not least, you started your period. You started your period a couple days before your wax, the day before your wax, the day of your wax, and now you are embarrassed. You do not want to get waxed. You're like, oh no, there is no way I'm going in there and let this lady get all up in between my and I'm having my time of the month. Guess what? We don't care. We don't care. We don't care because as a professional waxer, we'd rather you stay on your regimen than come off of it just because you got something called your period. We all hate it, but I gotta watch what I say because she like to come out the woodwork. But basically, if you wear a fresh tampon, come on in, get waxed. Now it does have a little bit more tenderness when you're waxing on your menstrual cycle. Don't be embarrassed because you started your menstrual cycle, you started your period, and you're going to go see your wax professional because hey, it happens.